Greetings and salutation, viewer. Well, today we're at Morningside. I wonder if you can work out where we are, hey? Keralgerie Park. Now, this park is not what it seems. It's a beautiful green space for walking your dog, but this place has got deaths, lots of them, explosions, controversy, and a deadly disease behind it. So, hang in there. A bit of a wild ride, only a short one, but a wild ride. So, you know what I'm going to say. Let's rock.
The engine is starting up. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, pretty cool lawn change here, nerds. Seems like a lot of trouble to go there just to get to Morningside, though. But anyway, we're cruising down on a little park here. Got to be quick, we'll be there. Here we are, there it is. This was, of course, a quarry, the Morningside Quarry, owned by the Brisbane City Council. And they filled it in, turned it into a park, which is an awesome thing to do. But there are some interesting things here. Checkered history, and also the geology is weird. It really is quite weird. So we'll just spin up here and show you where it is, because it's very close to the city. Rob, that tram line's just over there. But anyway, yeah, let's, I suppose we should go and have a look at the geology. Start at, the very beginning.
A very good place to start.
Well, folks, here we go. Geology wrapped onto the LiDAR, remove all the trees. It's a pretty big hole still, but they dug a lot of dirt out of here, but it's all the Narrandley Fernvale formations, but some of those are metamorphic. So bluestone in Brisbane is a metamorphic shale, also known as schist. It's the stuff they get from Mount Cootha. But it begs the mind, what did they fill this in with? Where did that dirt come from? You dig a hole and bury the dirt you got out of the other hole? Yeah. Anyway, that's what it is. Aerial photography, folks, 1946. No need to point out the lake, or the quarry, which is now a lake. And after the war, you know what they filled it in with? All the junk the military had left over, for sure. However, if any of you watched Rob's video on the Belmont tramway, there's the scar of it there in 1946, still visible. 1951 here, folks. She's still full of water, looking like the Devil's Hole, which is what they called it. And for those of you who are watching the tramway, it's still visible, even in 51. It's still visible. Well, here we are, folks. 1964. The tramway's gone. The Devil's Hole's gone. They've filled it in, turned it into some sort of car park by the look of it. Probably all the junk from World War II and every bit of crap they could find in the hole with some dirt on top of it. Well, folks, Keralgerie Park started out as a quarry. We'll start there. The Morningside Quarry. It actually derives its name from the Keralgerie Tannery. It's established by Mr. Edward Rossiter in 1876, and he named it after the indigenous names for the area that meant a string of waterholes. Now, the Keralgerie waterholes were always fresh, and even in the worst drought, they still had good water in them. So, he was a good bloke. He seemed to, give that water out freely to the locals. The quarry was started post-World War I for bluestone, which in our case is schist. They needed it for roads and concrete aggregate, etc., but it can be a dangerous place. Victor Kelsey died after a tree fall there in 1933. C. Callaghan died after an explosion in 1936. So the quarry was shut down and gifted to the Morningside State School by the council in 1930. The pool was fed by a natural spring, and during the 1940s it just filled up with water, and the local community just used it for a swimming pool. Now, in 1948, the Australian Diving Championships were held there, and you'll see the images of that at the front and the end of this. Brisbane had no diving towers and very few pools. So the Queensland Amateur Swimming Association president, a bloke called Joe Emerson, set himself up to bring the championships to Brisbane, and he did. It became then known as Lake Emerson, but after a while it became known as the Devil's Pool. Unfortunately, the name was well earned because several people drowned in there. Some young fellas, some older guys, and they just, it became hard. The council fenced it off and banned swimming there, and then the water test showed it had typhoid in it, so that's always nice, eh? So they drained it and then they filled it in. Yeah, drained it and filled it in with what? Well, World War II rubbish. Where are you going to get enough dirt to fill that damn thing in? But anyway, it's all done now. It looks fantastic. It's a lovely place to go. Sit there, have a cup of coffee or something under one of the trees. There's an off-leash dog park there. This is just a beautiful place. And its past does not belie what it is today. So we get to enjoy it. There's a bit of video there to show you what it looks like. And interesting. Anyway, let's have a look at some of the diving bits. Well, folks, this is the original photo. You can see the girl in the air there just off the end, and she's obviously done one hell of a dive. And that bit of fun we had at the beginning, I just cleaned this up. Obviously, I took all the dirt and crap off it, but I took her out. She's gone here, and I actually cut her out of the image and rebuilt the image where she was, and then did that little bit of fun. But anyway, that's on the edge of the quarry, so it is actually from the side. And here's another photo of it. This was really garbage. This was an old newspaper shot I had to clean up. That's as good as I could get it, but this place was a serious location. There's no question of that.